introducing our next speaker, who is Wayne Liu. He is the Chief Growth Officer at Perfect Corp. He has been in his current position since 2015, has built the groundwork for Perfect by recruiting key talent and establishing partnerships with beauty brands and retailers such as L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, Target, and other highly influential organizations. Prior to Perfect Corp, Mr. Liu joined Perfect's parent company, Cyberlink, in 2009. He was responsible for key partner development, sales strategy, and business growth. And so today, Mr. Liu is going to join us and talk to us more about the new frontier, which you all know now is agentic AI. Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you everyone. It's an honor to be here to speak at DAVOS. And then also, usually my talk attract lots of female. It's not because of me, it's because the topic I'm talking about, which is beauty. I'm talking about the soft side of AI, which is AI in beauty. So let's get started. Let's do a quick introduction of Perfect Corp. So Perfect Corp is a technology company. We've been in the business for about 10 plus years, so I'm one of the co-founder. So we are using AI and other technology to serve the beauty industry and also fashion industry. So we've been working with 800 plus of the partner, including Estee Lauder company, LVMH, Walmart, all this company. And also we have an app. We have our own app. So our app has billions of download, and then millions of the active user. Okay, so we are public trade company. So we went public 2 years ago in the new NYSE. So that's all about our company. Okay, so that's about sponsorship. Okay, so then we'll talk about some knowledge. So for me, I feel like we are living in this so-called 2 clock dissonant area. The first clock is about technology clock, which we talk about AI and all kind of thing. So the AI is really accelerate very fast. But on the other side, we have a so-called financial clock. The financial clock actually is a little bit shaky because of what this industry, especially the capital market, is thinking. They are looking at the real investment, and then they look at the return. But now it seems like the AI doesn't really get that much return. So that's why we have this dissonance of the 2 clocks, and then this 2 clocks actually creates some anxiety, especially for these leaders. We have lots of leaders here, so it's a challenge for you to in one side you try to accelerate, you try to catch up the technology, but on the other side you actually you worry about all the measurement return. So today I'm going to talk about the next frontier, which is agentic AI. That may serve some of this solution. Okay, so in my view, actually there's 3 types, 3 not isolated technology, but it's a technology closely interconnect. They work together. It's going to be a tsunami. Actually, is coming. First is agentic AI, and then there's physical AI, then there's edge AI. So we are not really talking about one agentic AI, because agentic AI needs something else, which is the physical AI and edge AI. Okay, so let's get a little bit more detail. So we talk about agentic AI here. But what happened here is, how many of you knows the difference about agentic AI and so-called legacy AI? So what I see here is, lots of people in the SaaS industry, like software as a service, right? So it doesn't really matter how much the software technology advance, but basically software is a tool. Before the agentic AI, software is a tool. Okay, we talk about system of a record. So you using Excel, and then using probably Salesforce, and all kind of great ERP system. But at the end of the day, this software is just to help you. You are chasing a $140 billion software market. But now, actually, you need to change the way you are thinking because agentic AI is very different. Now they serve as a labor. They co-work with you. They become your partner. So that's why you are chasing a $11.7 trillion labor market. So when you are the CEO or CTO or the executive suite, you're actually thinking about invest the software as a labor. So the money you spend is not really the IT budget. You are spending this money on the labor. So that's why you need to understand agentic AI because agentic AI, of course they can perform this data analysis, they can understand, but the most important thing is they are trying to help you to make a decision and then act for you. Okay, it's the action part, it's really important. So we talk about action. In order to do action, you need to have a body. So that's where the physical AI is coming. We talk about so-called the AGI, right, artificial general intelligence. But in some cases, if you keep on invest in the development of a large language model, LLM, you try to build a bigger and bigger brain. But think about human. Brain is important, but the physical body is also important. So that's why in the CES, Jensen, which my ex-bosses, I used to work at NVIDIA, okay, so they are talking about, so right now, physical AI. Physical AI is the key because AI need a body. AI need to be able to sense the world. It cannot just fill lots of data, and by the way, they pretty much consume all the data from the internet. So right now, AI need to build their world view. They need to be able to sense the world. They need to have not only just a brain, they need to have a body, they need to have a hand. So that's why they can perceive the world, they can learn from not just the data you feed into them, but also the way they see the world. And also based on what they learn, they start to act. So the second important trend is physical AI. Okay, so we do agentic AI, we have a physical AI, and the third one is really about edge AI. Because right now you build everything, you have a very super smart brain, and you have a body. The next thing is the intelligence need to be in everywhere. You need to democratize this intelligence. So the AI need to be present in many different environments. For example, if you have a biohazard, right? If you want to solve a biohazard, most likely this happens in the remote area. You probably don't have that kind of strong network to connect to your data system somewhere and then start to do the cranking of the data and then give the feedback. You need to do this low latency. It needs to happen on spot. And also another thing here is, we talk about AI in the healthcare. So it's a lot of a privacy and compliance, which is lots of data, which you don't want this data to reside in the cloud. So that's why edge AI is very important. And then, by the way, we are in DAVOS, sustainability, right? So one day, we have to stop building this mega data center because it's not sustainable. Consume lots of electricity, consume lots of water, and maybe create some kind of environmental issue. So that's why you need to reduce the consumption of all this energy and start put the AI into edges. So these three ways, agentic AI, physical AI, and the edge AI, will be the next generation of the AI development. So AI is not just the LLM. It's not just feeding the data. Okay, so by saying that, we put these three AI together. Will they be able to make something happen? Yes, it is. I'm going to show you what we've been doing with the agentic AI, especially in the beauty and fashion industry. Let me see how much time I have. Okay, so in the next probably 10 minutes, I will show you how our company using all this concept to build a beauty agent. Okay, that's the soft side of the AI. So first, we come up with the so-called 3 layers beauty agent. These 3 layers actually beautifully represent the 3 trends we are talking about. First one is on the very low layer, we call the perception. in the past like 10 plus years, we've been using computer vision a lot. So it's not just to see you, but we can see very deep on you. We analyze your skin. We can actually differentiate about 90,000 different skin tones. When we work with a beauty company, they say they are pretty like a diversified or kind of thing. I said, can you show me how many skin tone you have? I think MAC Cosmetics probably is the most one. They get like a 2,000 something. But we tell them, actually, if you want to represent the entire human being, that's a 90,000 different skin tone. Okay, so that's why we can see that. And also, we not only see your skin tone, we can see your skin. Okay, we can see your skin condition and what kind of probably this wrinkle you have. We know wrinkle is not the same. Wrinkle has like a 7 or 8 different type of wrinkles. We can see that. We can diagnostic your wrinkle, and then also we can see your impression. We can see your emotion by analyze your face. So that's why we are seeing you. Our AI engine can see the real world. And the second one is intelligent, which we build all this intelligent system. I'll talk about this a little bit later. And then we work with a global brand. That's really important. We are not just using horizontal data. We also using vertical data. And then we can take action, through our technology. Let me give you a little bit more detail. So as I said, perception layer, we give AI eyes to see. In the previous the panel, I'm very excited to talk. The panelists talk about like a top golfer, right? Top golf, they can see the swing, and then also Sandy talked about using this try to see this the coding. So that's why to be able to see the world is the next big thing for AI. And then as I said, we are building the intelligent, which is horizontal and the vertical. Because if you only license the technology like from say like OpenAI or Anthropic, you are doing more like a generic AI. So that's why you have to do that. For the company like our company's sizes, we don't really need to spend the time, we spin the wheel to build this LLM. So we can license there. But on top of their license, the intelligent, we build a vertical one, which is our expertise. Okay, so we work with all this the beauty brand. We work with our user. So we have a domain knowledge, and then also we can create something like a rack to constrain our intelligence. Yeah, instead of running wild, right? Lots of this brand, they don't. If you ask L'Oreal's engine, you don't want L'Oreal's engine to recommend an Estee Lauder product. So that's why you need to put this in constraint. You need to have a guardrail. And then the output is really about expertise. So you are really like talking to a beauty advisor in the counter. So that's what we are building. And also action part is really important. As I said, you build all this intelligent, but at the end, you want people to use it. You want to be this. You want this AI to be in the environment, in the sense, right? So that's why we deliver this intelligent everywhere. We build a very strong library of API, which we can license. Okay, so using API, it's just like if you are expert building the API, just in a couple of hours, you can build a beauty agent. Okay, through all this API, you don't really need to get all the 10 years of technology. You can really build it, and you can using all kind of deliver get into the edge devices, even in your phone. So right now, actually, our skin analysis, you can just use in your iPhone to start doing the skin analysis compared to buying a 30,000 expensive machine. So that's where we deliver. We have we have a perception layer, we have an intelligent layer, and then we have the action layer. We put everything together because we see this transformation change on the user. So user is not satisfied just a static transaction. For example, a couple of years ago, you take a selfie and then put some sticker or put some filter. You are pretty happy about that. But right now, no. You take a selfie, but the user demand more. They want you to understand what the selfie really means. Actually, it's just Shanker said, like the purpose, right? So you take selfie. Okay, so what my selfie tell you? I think the user is not afraid of giving out the data, but they really want a return. That's why I say return of engagement. Okay, by understand their selfie, their data, what kind of recommendation you can tell them. For example, you are in Davos, so when you take a selfie, and then your engine is start to cracking, your agent. So that's why they know where you are. That's pretty cold places. Probably you get a little bit dehydrated. You probably need to have a special sunscreen. So that's why the agent, just by looking at your selfie, it can understand you, and then give you the best recommendation. Okay, they probably can say, do you want to buy a product? I can make an order and then send it to your hotel. So that's an intelligent, dynamic conversation about your user. It's not just a static photo. Okay, so that's the beauty about the entire agent, the beauty agent. Okay, so that's what, in the past 10 years, we built all this technology, AI, and computer vision. Right now, everything put it together as a beautified agent. Okay. So, it's time to act. That's why we are here, talk about agentic AI. It's a time to act, so you need to stop thinking software as a tool. It's beyond SaaS. You need to think about software as a labor. It's a co-worker. It's a part of your team. And then you need to embrace physical AI. Okay, so of course the LLM will continue growing up, but the thing is, next big thing is really about perceive the world. And then also you need to democratize the access. Whatever you be building, you need to be able for people to easily use it. And then you focus on outcome, which our previous the keynote and the panelists talk about outcome. You are not measured by license. You are measured by how much outcome. Actually, that kind of expand your business scope. Okay, because if you sell by license, you can only earn this much. But if you are selling by understand, focus, charging them the outcome, you are going to get a very different the scope. But with all this great thing, actually you can operate on the LAP model, which is the link, agile and profitability, because all this AI tool can help you to do that. Okay, so that's why this is a time for us to build a very fancy and then also practical agent. So I end my talk with this quote. This quote is from a Danish philosopher, Søren Kierkegaard. Okay, so thank you, Susan. So anxiety is the dizziness of the freedom. At the very beginning, I said because it's a 2 o'clock designated, so that's why you get dizzy, you get anxiety. But the reason is you have a freedom. You have too many things to pick. Right now, everybody talk about different version about agentic AI. Everybody talk about technology, but actually you are the one. We are the one. We stand at the edge of a human potential. Even we have so many choices, but human is the one to make the choice. You have the freedom to make a choice, so that's why the freedom to build a system are more important. Okay, so that's something I leave to everyone. I believe the AI agent era is coming. So the question is, how are you going to embrace it? How bored you are to take the first step? Okay, thank you. That's pretty much conclude my talk.
Turn this on. It needs caffeine like I do. Hello, everyone. My name is Susan Sly. Let's give another round of applause for Wayne.
Thank you.
And we're going to sit down and just have a quick fireside chat. So Wayne is an amazing Forbes contributor, and yesterday I spent time reading your articles.
Thank you.
And you mentioned again in this discussion about corporations and CEOs treating AI like workers. Now, a very widely cited McKinsey study is saying that as CEOs, we need to be investing 4 to 5 times what we're currently investing in human capital. And yet, also, in your purview, treating the AI agents as workers. So how does a CEO rationalize, I've got to invest in my human capital and I've got to also treat these AI agents as though they're human capital?
Yeah, that's a great question, and also it's a very complicated question. Probably it's not easy to answer just in one sentence. But what we can see here is, let's try to understand the basic of that. Because when you manage the human workforce, you know human workforce, usually we talked about this yesterday, it's a gap analysis. Usually it's the three anchors. It's like a human need a knowledge, they need a motivation, and then they need a support. But if you have AI as a part of your workforce, you need to think twice, because you are managing a monster with tons of knowledge. Knowledge is cheap for the AI, but they don't have a motivation. Probably Shanker is building something for the motivation. But fundamentally, at this moment, AI doesn't have a motivation. You set a goal for them, they just move on. And then you need the support. So that's why there's no answer, there's no solution, but the CEO needs to think about this. AI is not technology investment. They are part of your human capital. And your HR right now need to manage a human, AI, and then hybrid in between that. So that's the new topic for the CEO to think about.
I so appreciate that, and Wayne and I had sat down yesterday, we had an amazing philosophical discussion, and Shankar, you would appreciate this, where humans thinking themselves as being supportive of the AI, because that goes back to the human in the loop. And so when you and I both come out of computer vision at the edge, you mentioned edge, and the interesting thing about edge is by 2030, 40% of deployments will be at the edge, and yet so many organizations are still thinking cloud, cloud, cloud. And we were just at CES and having a discussion around CPU optimization and this whole concept of why people aren't embracing edge. For what you're building at Perfect, and I learned something, 90,000 different skin tones. Wow. Yeah, that was blowing my mind, and it's so tough to do. What, in your opinion, are the current limitations of computer vision, but what excites you about what is coming up next that you know we can achieve with vision?
Yeah, again, great question, because the limitation of the computer vision is really, computer vision itself is limited by the hardware. But hardware advance is really like amazing. So right now, like 10 years ago, when we developed this system, probably barely using iPhone and not really the Android phone. But right now, iPhone's camera can be super smart, high resolution. So that's why hardware is not a limitation of the computer vision. But what exactly the computer see, and then what we try to analyze it, and then convert this one and feed back into the LLM. That's something which is important, because for the LLM, they pretty much consume all the data in the internet. It's pretty much, and then right now we are using synthesized data. It's more like AI is cannibalize themselves, right? They are using the data which they create to train themselves. So that one is, I would say, is pretty quote unquote interesting. So that's why we need the computer to see the real world, develop their worldview, and then convert that data, go back to train the LLM. So that's something, so the connection in between the hardware and then the model training is probably the critical thing for the computer vision.
Well, I'm going to ask you a bonus question that we didn't plan for. Are you good to go?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So in my world, working in IoT and talking about my new project working in women's health, and one of the things I'm discussing is this whole concept of, as a mixed race woman, in terms of wearables, most of the data was standardized on white skin, it was standardized on men,
Absolutely.
and women are receiving recommendations that were not just small men. And I love white men, I'm married to one, but but I'm not one. And yet you at Perfect, I listened to an interview of you yesterday, and you were talking about needing less and less data to create the models, and yet 90,000 skin tones. So in a minute or less, how are you able to do that? Because I think for everyone in enterprise here, and you're looking at training your models, data governance, data integrity, and the big question that always comes up is how much data is enough data to train an accurate model? So what's your answer to that?
So the question here is come on into something very philosophical. It's a trust. The reason why I'm saying that is because you can get all the data on the public domain and create something you don't even know what they're coming out with. But the most important thing is a private domain. So the reason why we can train the engine to understand 90,000 skin tone is because we get the trust from the brand. We work with like a Mac, we work with Neutrogena, we work with all these brands. And then also they have a private data. This data is something you cannot find on the internet. They trust you because they trust you, you're gonna give in the return of engagement. And then we have billions of users. They trust us because they know when they give us their data, we can deliver a very good engine for them to use. So that's why with all this trust building, we can access to the private data. And in that case, we feed this data back, create an engine to empower the audience. For example, you say like a mixed race of a woman, you now represents the majority of that. So that's exactly what we're trying to build. We have a data to train our engine, and then we empower this all these women. We don't tell you what beauty is all about. You define yourself with all our data and then with all the tools we provide. So that's why we say that's exactly what we've been doing. That's why we can get so many data.
That's the tagline for your website. We don't tell you what beauty is all about. You define it for yourself. That must go on the site.
Yes.
So thank you all very much, Wayne. It was a pleasure as always.
Suzanne.
Thank you.
Great.